Orioles and Royals start a 3-game series in Kansas City tonight. Witt versus Henderson. That's right, not the starting pitchers. Shortstop versus shortstop. Gunnar Henderson started the season on the IL. He's expected to make his season debut tonight and resume a matchup that could be the start of something special. Let's do a little digging in. Amid all the amazing things that happened last year, I'm not sure we're all as aware of something that was truly special last season. 2 breakout seasons for 2 great young players, setting up a golden age of shortstops. In 2023, Gunnar Henderson had a 6-win season for the O's, seeing time at third and shortstop. Bobby Witt had a 4-win season for the Royals, playing shortstop. Last year, Gunnar moved to shortstop full-time, had a fantastic 9-win season, 9.1 WAR. But Witt went next level, had a better season, a 9.4 WAR. That's unbelievable in a single season. Gunnar was age 23, Witt was age 24. So, they're both still young. The best should be still to come. Do we realize how rare it is for 2 shortstops to have those kind of seasons? I don't want to hang everything on wins above replacement, WAR. Defensive metrics are tricky. Retroactive defensive metrics are especially sketchy, but that's the first time 2 shortstops have had 9-win seasons in the same year in the live ball era. That's 1920 to now. We are now in a golden age of shortstops. This could be the best grouping at the position in the history of the game. Now let's go back to the last golden age. A-Rod, Jeter, Nomar. In 1998, all 3 had a WAR over 7. A-Rod led the way with an 8.5. This was the blossoming of the big player moving to short. Think about it for a second. At that point in baseball, the ball is not in play as much, more strikeouts. You don't quite have to be Larry Boa playing short. That group could field, but mainly they could hit. Now, is there that much of a difference between an 8.5 and a 9.1 in WAR? Maybe, maybe not. But if we're ranking, we're ranking. And if we're ranking, I want you to think of what a 9-win season really means. These are, I know it's a big board, right? These are notable seasons, not rankings, but the best seasons for the best shortstops of the last 2 generations. Bob Costas, I was thinking of you as I put this together. Since 1961, this is the expansion era. Cal Ripken, an 11-win season, 1991. Robin Yount, 10.5 wins, 1982. A-Rod, 10.4, that's his best year in 2000. Still a shortstop, still with Texas. Witt and Henderson, right there. Actually 7th and 8th overall, 9.4, 9.1, just over 9 win seasons. Alan Trammell's best year, 1987, MVP, 8.2. Derek Jeter's best year, 1999, 8-win season. Nomar in 2000, 7.4. Francisco Lindor's best year is 2018, still with Cleveland. Ozzie Smith right there, mostly from fielding, a 7-win player, 1989. And Barry Larkin, 1996. This is the group of Hall of Famers for shortstops. Again, these aren't rankings. If I was actually doing rankings, there's that Rico Petrocelli season in there. There's one from Marcus Semien. But these are these players, the Hall of Fame generation shortstops, their best seasons. And right there is Bobby Witt and Gunnar Henderson. Now also, the OPS plus, I have it over here, right? Let's take a look over here. Witt is up at a 171. Gunner's at 158. Look at that. Witt is above everybody else. Even Yount's at a 166. Well, Ripken's at a 162. So he's right there with the best hitting seasons of Jeter at 153, Nomar 156, Barry Larkin 155, and there's Gunnar Henderson at 158, and above Ripken and Lindor and the Wizard. Amazing. So last year we had Ohtani 50-50, Judge slugging 700. Those seasons not quite celebrated the way they should have been. These are amazing years in the same year. Historic seasons, and they are back tonight, Witt and Gunnar. Enjoy that. And we ask you on X, at MLB Now, is this the best group of shortstops in the history of baseball? Let us know what you think on X and at MLB Now.
Acknowledge him. The OTC, Roman Anthony, a big opening weekend. Jonathan Mayo covering prospects for MLB.com and MLB Pipeline. Good morning, Jonathan. We just saw the second of Roman Anthony's 2 homers for the Worcester Red Sox during AAA opening weekend. How is he doing so far? And who else is just a phone call away from the big leagues?
I'm going to pull a D-row. I'm over 50, so I got to put my glasses on here. You know, he's doing just fine. He's 1 for his last 17, but it's very much small sample size. The OPS is still over 1,100. He's going to keep mashing and make it very difficult for the Red Sox to decide what to do. You know, for him, it's just going to be a matter of opportunity and need at the big league level. I think he's already shown that he can handle pitching at the very highest level. So it's a question of when and not if and who is going to play at the big league level. And you look at some of those other AAA guys on the screen there. Kyle Teel off to a very good start, obviously key prospect in the Garrett Crochet trade. Again, with the White Sox, you know, not going to compete. You want to rush him, but you want to create some buzz. I think he'll hit his way there. Nick Kurtz is really interesting, Rofo, because he is the first rounder from last year, and they moved him all the way up to AAA, and he is red hot. 3 homers, 9 runs batted, and he's hitting 476. Wow. I mean, the power will play anywhere, and he's calling Las Vegas home. So he's going to put up ridiculous numbers. They're just going to have to try to figure out how to fit him into that big league lineup with Tyler Soderstrom at first base.
As I said, AAA started last week, but today is opening day at all other full season levels. 61 games across 4 minor league levels. Which of the draftees in 2024 are you most excited to watch here in the early part of the minor league season?
I'm going to cherry pick right from the very top. I mean, I think everyone wants to know where the number one pick in the draft is going to play. And Travis Bazzana, the Guardians took number 1 overall out of Oregon State. He's going straight to Double-A. That power is going to play. He can really, really hit. He's got an advanced approach. He's got a good amount of Cactus League time and certainly more than held his own. Drew a bunch of walks, hit a homer. So that's the guy that I think is first and foremost.
You think he makes the majors this year, Jonathan Bazzana?
I think there's a chance, again, it's going to come down to whether or not they have a need at second base. He can't play anywhere else. So it wouldn't surprise me if he gets a full year, but he's going to hit his way to the big leagues sooner rather than later. And I think the same thing with Jack Caglione, the Royals' first-round pick. He is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the way he was hitting in spring training, this is a guy who looked like he was ready for the big leagues. He hit 3 homers in Cactus League games. I know D-Rose a fan after we spent time with him in spring training. I think when it gets serious, he's starting the year in Double-A. When it gets serious for Cags is when you start seeing left field next to his name in a box score, because obviously they have Vinny Pasquantino at the big league level. He's starting to get some reps out in the outfield. He's athletic enough to do it. Give him some time there, and he's going to mash his way to Double-A. You want a pitcher too?
Yes, please.
All right, we're going to go down a level. Chase Burns, who was the number 2 overall pick. He got some Cactus League time, 1 outing, popped 100. The stuff is very, very real. Out of Wake Forest. It's not going to take him very long. Rhett Lauder started in High A. This is going to be fun because he's pitching today for Dayton against West Michigan, and that's a team that has Max Clark, Kevin McGonigal, and Josue Briseño, all 3 top 100 bats. So really, really good High A Midwest League matchup to kick things off this weekend, Roflo.
Well, Jonathan, great stuff as always, man. Good insight. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good.